Hello, fellow comic book worms. This is Man. Welcome to my channel. I'm doing this live today. So what I'm doing. A while ago, TM Nerdy and what's his name, Geek Out with Roscoe. They did a video. The between the line, I guess, and they challenged us to draw. What was it? What was the challenge? Multiple characters. Yeah, multiple characters. I think that was it. So what I thought of was a maybe multiple character plus wrestler. Anyway, what I wanted to do was a combine Randy Savage, uh, Gunslinger from the Tower series, Gunslinger from Spawn. Yeah, that's it. Those three characters I need because I didn't know how to draw this gun. So I'm going to make my own reference right now. I'm going to make my own reference. So here's images I found. I think I like this image right here. I like this Randy Savage image. I haven't decided which gunslinger spawn I want to use. So I'm going to all mix them up and make my own reference using this tool called Photo Editor. So I'm just going to open up an image. No, I'm not going to open up an image. I'm going to create new. Let's do this portrait one. 1080 by 1080 or 1080 by 1920. That looks like a phone right there. Maybe that's a dimension of a comic book, maybe. So here's that. So this Randy Savage image, I'm thinking I could use his head right here. So I'm going to take a copy of that image, copy image, and put it in here. Yeah. Let's see. Let's take the gunslinger image right here. Yeah, that one's good right there. Copy image. Yo, Biffit. Thanks for coming by and saying hi. Good morning, comics fan. Sure, no problem, guys. No problem. What I'm doing is I'm just making my own reference, so I could draw from that particular reference, and I'm combining a whole bunch images. So I'm going to combine this image right here. Copy image. Right in here. I think that's going to be my main image that I'm going to work from. Yeah. That's it. Right there. That's going to be it right there. That's going to be my main image. Do I want to put it? No, that's good. Then I'm going to bring this guy front. I don't need this guy on for now. Let me turn him off. Okay. So what I do with this guy is I'm going to erase, cut him out, remove. I'm going to use this something really big first. Let me just go ahead. I don't need all that image right there, all the way to here. Oh, right there. Oops. Control Z. I want to click on the remove. Let me see if I could remove it using this tool. All right. So that's the face I'm going to use, Randy Savage face. Use this tool to wipe out rest of these. I like the neck right there. I'm going to keep that for now. Then I'm going to turn that back on. Take this moving tool. See if I could put him right there. Nah, looks like he needs a little adjusting. They're too big. Okay. Let me see if I could take this color and make it a little transparent so I could see the underneath. Yeah. So I could move around. Okay, looks like I need to rotate it a little bit. Rotate it just like that. Yeah. Hey K-pop, how are you? Making my own reference. I think that's right there. I feel like the head is a little too big. Then I'm gonna go ahead and hide it. That K-pop, what do you think? The head looks too big, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that's maybe a little bit bigger. Tired? Cool. Hello, Switch Comics. How are you, sir? I'm making my own reference, Comic Journey. Let me see if anybody want to come up and criticize me. You think the head size look good right now? Maybe a little bigger. Maybe just a little bit bigger. Now you want to match the color palette of this background image. So I'm gonna go ahead and change the color palette a little bit. Adjust color of this guy. So I'm gonna change color palette a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off his head. I mean, I'm going to put a gunslinger's head on top of that. So I need a copy of gunslinger head. But I need that particular angle. What I'm doing is what's his name? Drawing. He looks fine. Hey, Civil Night Kyle. Hey, look, Kyle. I'm about to pass out now, man. Okay. All right, CJ. I was wondering how come you didn't do the Insomniac tonight. I was waiting for it. Maybe this one right here. Oops, I didn't want to go there. Copy that one. Then come back here. Control V. Okay. I just need his hat. So what I'm going to do is take this image. Cut it out using this. Cut all that out. That out. Well, maybe I could use his whole thing. Yeah. They're looking at the wrong area. Let me go ahead and wipe out his face. I don't need that. And let me see if I could put that over here. Move it. So changing it to Gunslinger's hat. I mean, but I do want this gun pointing at him, so I need to get rid of this here. Move. I'm going to use this. That way I do it quickly. All right, CJ, just criticize me in chat. I mean, without that sound effect behind you, you'll be half as effective. Hello, Christina. How are you? Let me see if I could do this. Okay. Okay, hold on. I need to undo that one because I want to keep. Still need Randy Savage to. I don't want to lose the identity of Randy Savage at all. Okay, let me see if I could bring this back here, this image back. Let me see if keep bring this image back. Yeah. Oops. Move. Okay. I'll make it bigger, a little bit bigger. Too bad. That's the image cutoffs right there. Okay. Move. Okay, so keep. Remove. Remove. Yeah. Then on Randy's head, I need to remove some of that. There you go. Yeah. Macho Gunslinger Crow. Well, I'm doing the what do you call it, mashup between Gunslinger and Macho. Yeah, two Gunslinger though. I'm doing one Gunslinger from the Spawn and one Gunslinger from Dark Tower series. Thank you, Christina. So now, well, this is a reference I'm going to use. This is a reference I'm going to use to draw a Macho Savage gunslinger for my friend from Netherlands, Freedom Surfer Cars. You guys know him? So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to draw this. That way I have like a, good reference for gun shooting, a little bit of Spawn. I wonder if it'll allow me to just stop sharing. Hey, K-pop, you gonna come up to one of the Meet the Artist series with me? Me and Otaku? I don't have enough light in here for drawing though. So head right here. Neck right there. Upper torso right there. Armhole. The middle. Wrist. Hand. The arm. And he's got it right there. Right there. Yeah. The shoulder, a little higher than the shoulder, isn't it? Okay. I'm drawing this one. I made a reference and I'm drawing that. All right, cool. Give me good data. Coming Sunday, good? Oh, I'll put both of them up there. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I don't do guns though. I don't know. I actually like this hat better. I like this hat better actually. I just make that a little taller and darker. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I like that hat better. I mean, I'm doing mix up, so you know what? I'll just take the hat, bring the hat back, keep. Oops. Control G. I just bring this hat back. Then I remove the rest of this borderline stuff. Then I remove the hat from him. Oh, wait. I can't do that, can I? What I'll do is on the background, I make another layer. Add a image layer, cancel, empty layer, put it underneath here. Then I'll just draw something on it, something like that. Color picked up from right here. And I just draw something like this. Okay. That way the head shows up. Now I need to get more of that head off. Remove, crop, cut out, remove. I'm gonna make that a little smaller, make it harder. Nope, this way. Make it smaller. Yeah. I'll make this a little bit taller. I'll just make that taller to in spirit of a spawn. Actually, I can't either switch. I wish I could just learn how to use the AI tool. Uh-oh. You know, maybe if I talk about AI tool, CJ will come up and start arguing with me. All right. Got a lot of dead air when I'm drawing. I need to learn to speak when I'm drawing, right? Yeah, that looks a little. That's a little creepy laugh. I mean, that's creepy smile. It doesn't look like a. It doesn't look like what's his name smile. Show us another magic trick. Show. Is it my telepathic working? What magic trick you want me to show you? How about this? It's solid pen. Look at that. What magic trick you want me to show you? Uh, I do some card tricks, but I didn't bring any cards with me. I didn't bring my cards. I missed my man cave. I have. Seems like I have everything in my man cave. Uh, That's why you need to come up here, CJ, so you could get rid of the silence. Oh no. Okay, no. I don't want to take credit for this. This is I think what I did was I took three images. I'm trying to combine the images so I could make a reference, so I could draw from that reference. So this is a photo editor tool. It's free. You could use it for. It's free. It has a basic tools. It's called pixlr.com. You could go to it and you could get this tool. You could go to any of these places and download these images. Or no, actually, I just click and copy images, and then you could paste it into here. Control V, paste it into here, and yeah. So what I'm doing is taking like three different images and combining it into one image where I could draw from. So yeah, that way I don't have to look at three images. I don't have to look at three different images every time. I just put it in one area and then just draw from that. So here's what I have so far, but I don't know can that be seen at all. But yeah, so it'll be a while for me to finish this. I was hoping somebody would come up and draw with me and stuff, but if not, that's all right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got. Yeah. Sometimes people join me, sometimes people don't. Maybe I should do it more regularly. But I've been traveling and everything is out of whack right now. So, so I'm not able to do things that I normally do. And if I don't do anything, I feel a little, what do you call it? Empty inside. I gotta do something. Oh, so I went to watch Shazam last night. I like to watch movies. You had a dream about CJ. Oh, I'm sorry you did. What kind of dream? Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's the. I think that's redundant. If I had a dream about CJ, then it would be just nightmare. Was it a Harley? It was a moped, I'm sure. Yeah. Yep. 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 I mean, if a CJ is in it, I mean, you don't have to say it. I already thought that was pretty weird. You don't have to state the obvious here. Remember, we can communicate via telepathically. Sounds like you watched too much of CJ trying to decide who won the video contest. Yep, yep, yep. You watch too much of CJ trying to determine who's the winner for his video contest. That's what you. Motorcycle was his way of thinking that it's a drive for his channel. That's the boy. That's a very specific dream, Mister So. Miso. One was 100 miles, next was 300, 500, third was 1,000, and fourth was 8,000 miles. Wow, 8,000 miles per hour. When do you break a sound barrier? What, 740 miles? 8,000 8,000 miles per hour. What is a? Can you break the speed of light with that? 8,000. I like to see one that goes 8,000 miles per hour. He wanna, like I say, it's by his channel. He wanna speed up his channel, growth of his channel. That's why he recruited all these people to work for him for free. Well, I mean, he's giving away comic books. I guess it's not free. Scooter or moped? Okay, is a scooter better than moped? Scooter better than moped? Mm-hmm. I'm only the same. Okay, well, you and I thinking the same way then. I never learned how to ride a motorcycle. I know how to ride bike, but that's it. Wow, that's pretty cool, kamikaze. Yeah, I think I skipped my midlife crisis. I thought it was 740, but 700 sounds right. 700 sounds right to me. I'm gonna go ahead and look at the original image. I have the ability to influence people to dream about me. Oh boy, that's not good. That would be awful power in wrong hand. Uh, Hello, Brendan. How are you, sir? No. Mm-hmm. Well, CJ, I could use some little background noise. Ah, fudge. Miso, you want to dream of a hot girl? Okay. Okay. Yeah, that would be my worst nightmare. I'm dreaming about hot girl, and then it turns into, CJ's face. Come on, give me some background noise, CJ. Mm. If you want to come and talk, you could come and talk, Kyle. I'm pretty dang man. Everyone should be dreaming of me. Yeah, if you go to sleep, then no one will dream of you. You have to be here showing yourself, so people will dream of you. How can they dream of you when you're not showing yourself? Concentration. Okay. Why are we going there? See, Kyle. Why are we going there? All right. Good night, CJ. Please, no one dreaming about him. Please, no one dreaming about CJ. All right. People still love you, CJ. Oh, thank you for coming up, CJ. coming by, man. The chat room. Mhm. Tyler, I think it was fifth or sixth. I'm not sure. Was it Tyler the first one? Yeah, Tyler was the first one. You're right. You're right. I think he won. Yeah. Yeah. They were all good, pretty good. Mm. When did you start counting, CJ? I forgot to bring my eraser, did I? Let me get my eraser. Lake Bell. Is that the old actress from like a? I'm not familiar with that name. I mean, it sounds familiar, but it doesn't sound modern. Hey, Kyle, what's up?
Hey, no, man.
You want
You,
to show something off? Well,
uh,
you want to show something off while I'm drawing?
no, I'm here to provide commentary for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to see any more things of my stuff for a while. This is the Namen show. I'm gonna sit back and help provide commentary for you and
Okay.
promote
You're gonna provide
the
the.
bookworm. So,
If somebody says something while I'm drawing, let me know.
okay,
And you're welcome to show your stuff.
nah,
You also showing some good stuff in the Gray Man's channel.
yeah. Alistair's got a nice box of comics that totally bore him. He's bored with them now, so maybe he'll come back around to them. But is my mic coming through okay, or is it all gnarled up?
Yeah, no ticking noise.
Okay.
If you look at Morticia, then you're hot. Morticia. Okay.
Morticia Adams. Kind of resemble Lake Bell. Good Lord. Okay, if you look like Lake Bell, Miss, so why in the world aren't you making
I'm gonna look for
comics?
Lake Bell. I'm gonna look for Lake Bell.
Yeah, she's a cutie. I know why Miss So doesn't show up on our shows because we'd all be flirting with her because she's just a cutie.
I like her. Where she? What? She looks familiar. Okay. So, Miss So, which one of these images looks most like you?
The one in the bikini, probably. Go back to one in the bikini. No, I'm gonna be a good boy today. I won't even.
The
I won't be a bad boy.
which one looks most like you? Come on, choose one. I need to choose something else to draw because I don't feel like drawing this gunslinger anymore.
That seems a good one.
Okay, well, which one dressed most like you? Which one of these dresses most like you? Maybe distant cousin. Okay, Lake Bill's cousin. I was. I guess there's no such thing.
Well, there you go. That little devil image right there in the middle row. No, bad.
Kyle, which one you want me to draw?
The one
Don't say
you had
speak anyone.
highlighted on the last page.
Huh?
The one you had highlighted on the previous page. That one right there.
That one?
Yep. Use like Bella as a basis for a superheroine. Hey, don't feel bad, Miss. So I used to be routinely mistaken for staying. Now I just look like somebody's dying grandpa.
Okay. Take a break from the what's his name? Randy Savage. Oh, so many people drawings.
Macho man. See if I change the tempo of that a lot. If you don't get a copyright strike. See, now I want to make a safe word joke, but again, I'm going to be.
Where's your grandkid?
Sound asleep. He's been out for hours.
Yeah.
So he's just bouncing around. His mom's picking him up tomorrow after she gets off work, and he's just bouncing around.
Yeah, Kyle's a handsome dude.
So, all right, thank you, Miss. So, yeah, I got all the cockiness out of my system when I was a kid. So, I'm actually, despite the character portrayals I do, I'm a rather quiet, humble, boring guy. on purpose and happily so. But I don't act like it. I played a part. Not to break down the fourth wall, but most of me is just a character actor.
You when I meet you, you would act different.
Oh, I clown so much more on YouTube than I actually do in real life. I mean, I got a twisted sense of humor, but you know, I'd bore people to sleep if I sat down and had coffee clutch conversations I want to have. If you've seen my library, I want to talk about a broad spectrum of things. I could spend hours talking about world history. That just bore people to sleep, you know.
Why would world history bore people?
No, I mean just a simple conversation, just a simple conversation about any particular subject, and nothing fancy, nothing grand, you know, just unique characters through history. You know, if you're having a one-on-one conversation with somebody, it's intriguing to outsiders listening in. You just put them to sleep.
Oh,
I mean,
really? I don't know.
I could sit on here and write poetry all the time. What'd you think of my poem that I wrote for you up there off the top of my head?
Yeah, I'm not much into poetry myself. I don't know why. I like reading. I like reading novels,
Yeah,
but poetry, I don't know.
poetry just came natural to me, so I did it
Yeah.
a lot. I've done it so much, everything rhymes in my head when I think. So I have to go out of my way not to speak poetically, which again makes me utterly boring, you know. So I put on the character so I'm not utterly boring to people.
Are you afraid of that? Be a boring person?
No, I want to be a boring person. I want to be, when they were teasing me about being big fish, I was like, man, that'd be perfect for me. Because I tell my stories and people are like, oh, you make stuff up and do this and be grand. And I laugh because I'm like, I'm only telling 10% of the story. I want to be boring, but seemingly wild. But, you know, I've,
I know. I'm
in
not
my,
getting her lightness right now.
everyone is in love with Comic Journey. I'll say it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I love him to death, but man, does he constipate me. But thank you guys for goofing on me and confusing my co-host today on that.
Hey, Neil Comic Clicks, what's up?
CJ, you got you and Biggie and everybody had my co-host so confused over.
Everyone
Yes.
is in love with the Comic Journey.
Yeah.
Neil Clicks, he's our Comic Journey's. All right. I wish he wasn't such a pompous ass, but he's cool. He's this guy. I must be dreaming about him because he's supposed to be asleep.
Yeah. He's actually just dreaming about us right now. He doesn't realize it.
Yeah.
So no. I think I'm done doing room tours. Maybe I'll start doing bookshelves or something. Maybe that'll put people to sleep.
Hey, Neil Clicks.
I've got Yeah, there you go. I've got like five tier bookshelves, three tier bookshelves.
Again, you're welcome to show off your books if you want, bud.
Nah.
Because I need to be able to be silent for a little bit.
Yeah. I'd have to tiptoe in so as not to wake up my grandson. Maybe after the next cigarette, I'll go up there and pull a random shelf of school books or something and talk about how interesting it is to me how generations of kids wrote their name in the
I
beginning.
would have to do the hair right. Hair is really hard for me.
Really, I would think the way your hands are smooth, I would think hair comes easy to you.
Well, here's how I got so far. That look anything like you, Miss Up?
Yeah, you draw with the subtle touch without your hand being pressed down. So I figure hair, the way your hand glides, would be a lot smoother. You know, people that have trouble drawing hair draw it down.
Well, the thing is, I just want to. Thing is, I don't know. It feels difficult for me. How's that?
You
Feels
just
difficult.
inside your head. You just get inside your head too much, buddy. You got real talent. You got a drawer's wrist. You've got a drawer's wrist, a drawer's hands. You have an artist's touch to the way you hold things. But yeah, I'd love to pass on my knowledge of world history.
You know, if you're old, then think of your younger days. Okay.
My younger days, I was trying to jump into the maw of the lion. I don't need that no more. I do miss backflipping out of airplanes. Man, that was fun. That's an adrenaline rush.
Do what now? What do you do?
I do miss backflipping out of airplanes. That's an
You used
adrenaline.
to do that, huh?
So I can't go parachuting no more and skydiving. I do miss that. I can't ride roller coasters, can't go skydiving, can't go skiing. I do miss those parts of my younger days. I was sad.
I have a fear of a height. I will not want to do that, but I do miss some of the things I was able to do in my younger days.
I learned early to any fears I had, I always confronted them. You know, because you start out with the basic fears. You know, fear of height.
I agree with that concept. Just that I just have no desire to jump
Yeah,
out of the plane. You know.
yeah. But you know, if you confront them, it just even in subtle ways, you know, sometimes it'll make flying easier if you confront them, or go into tall buildings and just kind of control the moment where you stand back from the window like a high-rise hotel, and you just teach yourself to walk closer and closer and closer till you get comfortable with it. You know, no need to jump up right to the top of the Sears Tower and lean over on the glass or anything.
Me so in your younger days. How's that?
There you go. My glory days are still ahead of me. I've always thought that. You know, life is a daring adventure. It is nothing, and just to live is a great adventure. So, yeah, have the original parachute made by the Wright brothers. Yeah, here's a fun one for you. Parachutists were around more than a century before the Wright brothers. Actually, almost 2 centuries before the Wright brothers. Parachuting goes back long before airplanes. Parachutes were built for people to jump out of balloons that flew out of control. So, yeah. But yeah, CJ will appreciate this. I literally would if I.
CJ teasing you again. Is CJ teasing you again?
Yeah, of course he is. But yeah, he'll appreciate this. Another reason why I love Andy Kaufman so much. I would literally, if I felt like it, go on my channel and where Kaufman read The Great Gatsby until people got up and left. I'd go on my channel and do a 2-hour stream just reading monotone, just to annoy people.
Oh yeah, you see, I put my college year video on my Instagram. You saw it?
I need to look that one up. My latest IG post was poetry, and then through the years with me from 17 to 50.
So does that look like your high school years?
Yeah. My high school years, I was cute. My college years, I was a Marine.
Oh yeah, I have some of your pictures in the Instagram, don't I, Kyle?
Yeah, there's a bunch. Like I said, I just posted 5 of them today through the decades thing of
what do I do? How do I look for Kyle?
I have no idea.
Is that you, Kyle?
Yeah, that's me.
Man, look at you.
And then you just scroll to the right. There's 5 pictures of me through the years. Just scroll to the right.
Yeah,
I kind of jumped 20 years at the end, but yeah, a model routinely mistaken for Sting from the police. So,
hello, Joe. How are you, sir? Your grandson is already turning into promising us, Kyle. Cool.
yeah, he has fun with it. And then Neb's on our show today got a copy of How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way for his
All right, I'm
library.
gonna draw this one. You want me to draw this one, Kyle?
If you want a good laugh, sure. If you're bored,
It's not a good laugh. It's a
talk
good
about
looking
having a
picture.
hard time drawing hair. You know, it's a lot easier than drawing the one where I'm camouflaged up doing
You want me to draw your camouflage?
that'd be impossible, dude. That's like barely an image.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to
But you ain't got to deal with hair in that picture.
Yeah, just more.
You know, the other ones you got to deal with hair. That one and the last one, the most recent one from like
Well, I'm
7.
not gonna put a camouflage in there. I'm sure. I'm gonna try to bring out the face somehow.
You know, and here I am in war paint right there. So that picture has one of the funniest stories in the world to it, though. I love telling that story. A little hillbilly that took that picture. We're on a live patrol in a hot zone, basically in a combat zone. Basically.
Right.
We come to a stop, and if you see the full picture, my hands are just pasty white because they've been in wet leather shooting gloves, wet black leather shooting gloves. So we're all camoed up, so we blend in.
Mm-hmm.
But our hands aren't camoed because we're in black leather shooting gloves. Well, it's a monsoon, it's pouring down rain. And the rain stopped for a second, so we stopped for a cigarette on this patrol. And me and one of my buddies sat down on these rocks, and this other guy comes walking up because we don't have to watch the perimeter there, so we could have a smoke break before we rotate out. It's a real somber, serious moment. And this little hillbilly kid comes up and goes, "Man, that'd make a good picture." And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out his cigarette case. You know, them old plastic cigarette cases that you used to be able to tuck in your pocket and things. And inside that was a little disposable 35 millimeter camera that, you know, obviously wasn't even supposed to have with him. He's like, "I'd make a neat picture." And he took that with a beat up disposable camera, where I'm trying to laugh right there, but you know, my feet are on fire. It's 105 degrees. It's been raining for a month straight. You know, you can just see I'm wearing the expression on my face of trying to smile and being like, well, 10 minutes from now, I'm probably going to get shot at. But looking back on that, it's so surreal that he pulled that thing out of that cigarette thing in his pocket. And he's like, "Yeah, we'll take some pictures." Yeehaw. Took a funny picture, just captured the moment. But then we had to go back and get super serious again. So that's actually capturing one of the moments, because most of my time in the military, I was just a drunken idiot. But that was one of them moments where I didn't know if I was coming home that night. That's the closest thing to a 1,000-yard stare that ever got captured on me. So, yeah. But we were doing reconnaissance on some pretty scary dudes training in the jungle. So,
Keep on telling your story, bud.
just silly stuff. But I mean, you're from the peninsula and that area over there, and I mean, that's in the Philippines, and a lot of people think the Philippines is a nice getaway destination, but it's got the second highest um, grouping of terrorist training facilities in the world. They disperse them through the islands and train them there. So I was getting hazardous duty combat pay right there, which doubled my paycheck. Gulf War only lasted 4 months. I was in it beginning to end, but I still got over a year's combat pay. So I kind of rambled off the story. I was like 12 when I met her. She was like 19 when we met.
I don't know. You have mustache on there, or I cannot tell.
No, all that on me right there is grease paint. That's all. That's all camouflage face paint. That's I'd have to darken it for it to really show up, but olive drab, black, and light green just smeared on face war paint, because you got to put that on so it breaks up the linear structure to your face, because like a face in the jungle stands out. Like it just
Did I get the?
like,
Is that you? I mean, I can hardly tell. Is that how you're looking at the camera?
is that me?
No, is that how you're looking at the camera? I haven't finished yet.
I can barely tell right there. I mean, it kind of looks like it. Yeah.
Is that how you're looking at the camera? Okay.
That's kind of looking at it. Yeah. Eyes up, guys. I got to hold my head down right there, because, it's monsoon rain. And like I said, the torrential stuff stopped, but, the canopy in the jungle just constantly leaks. Once monsoon season hits over there, you're wet 24/7. Well, almost 24. You're wet every waking hour. You're only dry when you go in and go to bed. I'll go pull the original picture of that. It gives you a little more perspective, since I'm heading up to the library anyway. But I got to tiptoe through here so as not to wake up the little guy as I go up there.
All right.
Mute my mic so you don't hear all the bumping and shuffling around I do.
Oh, I lost my background noise.
It'll only be for a few minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay. He was a Vietnam vet. Can it be said that all guys are pretty much jerks a lot of times? I know my wife thinks I am. And I know my kids, 2 boys, are pretty jerky. I think we're just Bunch of jerks. Bunch of jerks.
Jerky boys. Oh. Let's get some things out and play show and tell.
Thank you, Miss Lowe. I'm just nice in front of people.
Oh, I didn't even realize I could stream this to my audience, but yeah, a lot of people.
You got it?
So,
You got the picture?
I'm getting to. Hi, Kitty. I need to feed. I know. Kitty cat. All right. Yes, kitty cat, I'm going to feed you in a little bit. Yeah, I kept most of these stored under my bed and kept disturbing my wife getting them out, so I just put them in the side closet now. Yeah, there's a funny picture of me as a coach player on Special Olympics. Oh, let's see. Pull out the military stuff. Kitty, if you want to see me, come out here. Yeah, this, I think, other than some funeral pictures, this is the only picture of me in dress blues. And I don't have any of the funeral pictures of my buddy, but
You don't have this one?
But this is me and just was a 21-year-old Marine. So the funeral pictures I did for my buddy. Another buddy has it, but yeah, here's the original picture of that. See if I'm gonna figure out taking the glare off of there. Yeah.
Hey, hello, Damien. How are you, sir?
There we go.
I just drew Damien. I haven't drawn Damien.
Hey, Damien.
Hello. I didn't realize I was part of the show. I didn't even notice that.
But yeah,
Days.
see how our hands are not covered in grease paint because that's my shooting gloves right there, right here under my finger. That's my shooting gloves down on the floor.
Where were you in the world at that time?
The jungles of the Philippines.
Philippines. Oh, okay.
Yeah, kind of doing a reconnaissance mission against the New People's Army. So.
I didn't realize we sent troops to the Philippines, but I guess we go everywhere.
I spent most of my time in third world countries doing stuff that, you know, they never make do of it. But like when this happened, and you'd be hard pressed to even find it. You'd even be hard pressed to find a news article on it.
Right.
The person standing next to the president, who was their equivalent of the Secretary of State, there was an assassination attempt on the president, and they missed and blew the chest cavity out of the Secretary of State.
Ouch.
And it barely made news back in the States. It
Wow.
got buried in the back pages and stuff.
Yeah, the only time we heard about the Philippines was with Marcos's wife buying shoes.
Yeah, and there was all kind of stuff happening there. Here's a fun one.
Oh God, that was a long time ago. I heard that story a long time ago.
The shoe stuff.
Yeah,
you know where that is, Nauman?
M16. I don't know.
Do you know where that is?
I have no idea.
That's the Korean Peninsula. There's the border mountains right there between North and South.
Oh, cool.
So that's me in South Korea. That actually right over here.
Is that your is that your hair in there, or is that just?
Yeah, I mean, you can't get haircuts when you're out in the thing, so I couldn't get much haircuts. But that's the mountainous region of South Korea. That right there is where it levels out and goes into the parallel right there. So, other hot zones where I ticked off Fidel Castro. That's Guantanamo Bay, Cuba during the Cold War.
How long were you in the Marines?
Just 4 years.
They moved you around a lot.
I was what was called combat arms specialist in a Victor Gulf unit. I was forward deployed on purpose. I was in a unit where it was their job to be forward deployed. When it hit the fan, we were there.
Wow.
Literally. Now, granted, when I wasn't there doing that, you ready to laugh out loud? This is what I was doing most of the time in the Marine Corps.
Well, that sounds good.
That's a beer on my belly, a 12-pack of beer under my arms. I passed out on a beach in Japan. So, stacked in a ship 5 high, being shuttled around. Helo operations in Korea.
Miss So like the beer picture, the bathing suit picture.
This is all I could get out of it.
Well,
that's very good.
Whatever works, buddy. Sounds good to me. There's another one with a shoot and scoot little artillery piece. I can't take these things for nothing. Helo op drop and a rice paddy in the peninsula. Backloading out of a CH-53 Echo. So
nice. Well, nice is not the right word, but
bullets I used to shoot.
Well, put in a little bigger screen.
Those are little bullets.
Yeah, I'm roughly 6 foot tall, so that should. I mean, they're sitting on a pallet.
I think Damien does sketch too, by the way. Damien.
Yeah, I'm not as confident as you are, Nauman.
About to jump in a helicopter.
I think I'm brave. I think I'm brave.
Yeah.
Thank you. So,
yet again, more in the Korean Peninsula.
I do kind of sketch, Miss So. I'm sorry, your Korean Peninsula.
We went there as a show of force because this was right after the Seoul Olympics in '88.
Okay, so
and like a few months after the Seoul Olympics, Nauman, you were out of there by '88, right?
I got out of Korea in 1974.
Yeah. And you're going to be well aware of this. You know, the Olympic Village in Seoul got overrun and trashed, and they brought us in there to clean it up and scoop people out of there. And then since we were there, they bumped us up near the DMZ for a show of force. So I went from Pohang to Seoul. We did an embassy evac in Seoul, which again, that's probably classified, but I don't care. It was 35 years ago. It's a common occurrence to do embassy evacuations. Here, I'm done showing these for now. It's a common occurrence to do embassy evacuations when it hits the fan somewhere. They assign 2 Marines per dignitary, spread people around in hotels. I got to go get the cat out of my comic books. Get your claws out of my comic books. I know those make neat noises, you dingus. Get out of there. Yeah, there's plastic back there. It makes neat noises, you ding dongs. But the initial reaction when that sex state got shot in the Philippines, we had to do an embassy evac in Manila. When they tore up the Olympic Village in Seoul in protest, we had to do an embassy evac in Seoul. Never lasted 48 hours, but
The character reminds me of what is that character?
What are you referring to? What am I drawing? Or
Yeah, that drawing reminds me of somebody.
Looks like
I think it's me a little bit older from now. I was looking at Kyle, but as I was drawing it, I thought, oh, that looks like me, but older.
self caricature.
the you know Ratatouille guy, the cook.
Oh, okay. I barely remember that movie, but I sort of saw it. I'm mostly used to drawing from life, and it's a little hard to draw out of my head.
Vic, if you're polite and we're doing nothing wrong, you could come up and draw if you like. Vic. I know Vic likes to draw.
Vic joining in on the Kyle bashing because.
By the way, if you don't already have this book, Naman, I was gonna save it for you
Oh,
for when we finally get together in Seattle, but because that'll be a while from now.
what? I'm in Seattle right now.
But you're leaving this weekend, right?
Yeah, I'm leaving next Tuesday. Do you have something going on in March?
You mean in April?
No, is there something going on in Portland in March?
There's something going on Saturday called the Frankenstein comic book swap. Oh, you finally got the comic strips.
Yeah, man, I finally got this.
Yay.
Yeah. So
it's there's a lot in there. It's really packed in.
Okay, who's the press guardian?
Who's
press guardian? Is this Vic?
I don't know. I haven't heard that name, but I don't know Vic either.
Vic, send me some private comment. Okay. This is Vic, right? All right.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't the best idea to use the stupid name.
Okay. Well, I didn't want someone to come on and get nude or something like that. So, but yeah, this is
that's Kyle's job, isn't
it? Vic, you gonna show your face today? Maybe I draw you. Look at the damage I got.
Oh, wow. And I ordered mine off of Amazon. Where did you get yours?
Yeah, that's where I got my from Amazon. Did you get it in good shape?
Yeah, mine's in good shape. It's in another room, but yeah, mine came in pretty good shape. It's a little scuffed, but nothing like that.
Yeah. Oh, well. I think I bought it used.
I think the only way to get it is used.
Yeah. You saw that, Kyle? I got this, Kyle.
Very cool.
I'm amazed. I didn't realize they started a Superman strip like just a year after Superman came out in the comic books.
Yeah.
That was fast.
The whole concept of it started out as a comic strip. They were going to do it as a comic book strip because nobody would buy the comic itself.
Right. None of the syndicates would accept it.
No, the
young dude. I'm going to draw you, young dude.
The comic books didn't want it. The only reason Action Comics saw print was Sheldon Meyer pulled the Superman story off the rejection.
I'm going to draw Vic right now.
It's pretty easy to draw me. I have like a square head.
Your hair is going to be hard for me. You just heard that I have a problem with hair, and you put a difficult hair on, didn't you?
Just draw like a square. It's the same dimensions.
Square.
Trying to find a comic I won't mind sacrificing.
Square like that.
Are you gonna draw on a comic book?
Oh wait, never mind. I bought this for this exact reason. This got cannibalized. I bought it and it fell apart as soon as I held it. I wonder what everybody's reaction to this is going to be.
Ooh, I like the sound.
Oh,
Oh no, I ripped 2 pages. Dang.
Oh
Vic,
no, it was
Vic,
your
I
amazing
don't like
fantasy.
comic book being destroyed.
It was already destroyed. All the pages fell apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss So, I started drawing by copying a Neil Adams comic book, the first comic book I bought as a kid,
Uh,
around the age 10 also.
me,
And then I wanted to go to art school, and my parents talked me out of it.
me too. Me too.
Super fudge, huh?
My parents say, doctor or lawyer. That's it.
My parents hoped I would become a college professor, but that didn't happen.
I think you would have made a fantastic college professor.
Yes, I do.
My dad's a college professor, my uncle's a college professor, my brother's a college professor, and my sister's a college professor.
So you're what's known in my household as a failure.
Yes, exactly. But luckily, I don't have any.
Wait,
fear
is
of
my
failure.
neck that long? I'm
No,
getting self-conscious.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
I'm the oddball now. So,
You're the
Are you
oddball.
always the oddball? Oh, sorry, I couldn't
I
resist.
think that's my job.
Here's today's
Oh
little bit of
wow!
work.
Look at that. Can you make his frame
Yeah,
larger
sure.
for a second? I want to see better.
Ugh.
That is very cool.
Can you put it on sideways, Vic, please?
What?
Sideways, so it goes full.
Can you turn the
Instead
picture
of
sideways?
instead of portrait, do the landscape.
But it's
I
now
don't
it's
know if
sideways.
portrait.
It's just the.
Is that a
opening.
superhero?
There's a guy. He's a
That is the
somebody's on the
ghost
doctor.
of Blue Beetle.
Ah,
He's dead, so I make jokes about it. I don't know why. He's dead and it's funny.
He's dead.
The old Dan Garrett Blue Beetle? Yeah.
they never brought him back. I don't know much of the history.
They haven't even brought Ted Cord back. Why would they bring him back?
Was he the Golden Age one?
Ah, fuck, I'm on battery saver.
Oh,
He was the original. That's Dan Garrett, and then Ted Cord's the Charlton one.
Right.
yeah, the similar glasses.
Yeah.
Now I'm. Oh, sorry, guy.
I pretty much quit drawing because I twitch and tick too much now. Even try and hold a pencil.
I goofed off in art classes too, Miss So, but here's what you gotta do. You gotta dash something out really fast, and then you goof off.
Hey, John. How are you, John?
Hey, John.
John, a fellow Marine there, even though he is a reservist, I won't hold it against him much.
I would never join the military. You know why, Kyle?
Because you're smart.
I was gonna say because I'm a coward, but you know,
No, because you're
stupidity and bravery kind of go hand in hand.
smart. Yeah, quite literally. I always say,
Can I see you for a little bit more, Vic? There you go. Ah, come on, not that quick. Just a little bit more. Okay. Oh,
West
here's,
Side.
Am I even on? I'm on the fucking east side too. That's the funny part.
Yeah, but can you do the Crip E? I got a pencil in my
You
finger.
mean like
The Crip E.
nah? Do I have like a drawing of myself anywhere? I don't draw myself because it's hard. Because well, square head. It's like a perfect friggin' square.
That should make it easier.
After you said that's what makes it easier.
It's hard to proportion it right. I was just trying to psych Namen up. Psyching up. Pump.
Yeah. The best art I didn't do. I just, said to hell with it and supplemented my income being a nude model.
What?
For art classes,
For art classes, I used to be a nude model.
was that like holding the long poses? Was that very uncomfortable?
Always. But they do it in like 15, 20 minutes.
Can you take off your glass for a little bit and show us your eyes real quick?
My eyes are. Fuck, I can't see. I can't turn on the camera.
Oh, okay.
Here. Oh,
Okay.
my eyes are small without the glasses. Need a hair tie or something.
You have a thick neck or a thin neck?
What?
You have a thick neck or thin neck?
Pretty thin.
Yeah.
Like
It'll
I've
get thicker
said,
someday.
like I've said, I'm severely underweight for someone who's this tall. So like everything's just scrawny. My hands are not proportionate. Got little baby hands. It's annoying.
Since Smith so requested it, there's a drawing I did like 15 years ago of a friend of mine.
Oh, that's good. That almost looks like Alan Moore or something.
See if I'm looking through this angle.
I forgot what he was wearing. What were you wearing?
Trying to take the glare angle out of it, but I can't really with this.
Vic, what were you wearing? Some kind of military uniform? Military?
Oh crap. Here, I've found the one picture of myself from the very chaotic cover
Oh, nice.
of the one-man anthology, where I look like I am tripping. One eye's bigger than the other.
I like it, but glasses are hard to draw, and your glasses kind of obscure your eyes a lot.
It does.
That's also the shine. Usually
Right, it's probably the shine of the computer screen or something.
Here, I'll make it easier. Ow. Yeah, I'm turning the brightness down. That's too much. Realizing I have an entire anthology that's just going to waste. But it's also hideous. Adios mio.
So, back to my original thought, Vic. Here's some knowledge to pass on to you that I learned when I was your age. Crazy, brave, and stupid go hand in hand.
Accurate. But you also
The military needs you, crazy, brave, and stupid people.
Yeah.
But isn't there also a thing that the society that separates its something from its something has its thinking done by cowards and its fighting done by fools, yada yada yada?
Yeah.
Some philosopher said something like that, right?
Yeah. Just read the philosophers and make love, not war. I want there to be no need for militaries, but you know, I'm just a utopian dreamer.
My theory is if we set the draft age at starting at age 40, like 40 to 60-year-olds were the ones who had to go to war.
I
We'd
think
find a way to
I like
find a
your
way to
theory.
end war quickly.
I think I like your theory, Sleepy. I mean,
Listen, here's
because
the problem. Oh, sorry.
what do you think?
Holy crap. I look old. Okay, like proportionally, the neck's gotta like slim a bit and maybe a bit less long.
Accurate portraits are the hardest thing.
Yeah. This is why I just draw people kicking shit.
About that.
Another crappy splash page from the what did I call that thing? The Dewey Dungeon or something, I don't remember. But here's what we do, right? We make it where people can drink at the same age they can join the military. So
That's
we
how
make
it was when I was 18.
So no, make it like 21.
Oh, you can't go to the military till you're 21.
Yeah.
I didn't go in the military till I was 21.
I think idea of not sending your young kids out there fighting. I think idea of a 40-year-old man going there. I think 40-year-old man going there is going to say, you know what, maybe we shouldn't fight.
And that's what I think. And 40-year-old men vote, whereas 18 or 21-year-olds don't usually vote.
Yeah, it's like 40-year-old men have more influence than an 18-year-old man, right?
Listen.
Yeah.
So if what influence does 18-year-old kids have nowadays?
If I can't afford to take time off of my job to vote, I'm not going to vote.
Right. There's an economic problem with voting, which is why I love in Oregon, it's 100% vote by mail. And you don't even have to have a stamp.
You don't even need a stamp, dang.
Right. And you've got about 2 weeks to fill out your ballot so you can really figure out.
You got mullet back there, bud?
What?
Do you have mullet back there?
No, I got sides.
He's got all the hair on the top of his head.
Do you know what the main purpose of war is?
Oil?
Distracting the populace from how bad of a leader you are.
It's a rather gross sentiment, but it's true. Population control.
Oh. That was going to be my second guess, actually.
You think it's the population control?
No, I know it's population.
Well, then World War I and World War II were the most successful wars that I know.
Shut the fuck up. That is not funny.
No, it's true. That's what it's there for, population control. That's why the enlistment age is 18 years old. Younger kids tend to breed more. So you put them in body bags so they don't. Gross thought, huh?
Well, even if there is a draft, I don't go.
Nothing
It's
wrong
amazing.
with that. Nothing wrong with that. The only people that should ever go to combat are people that not so much want to go to combat, but want to.
What if we make it where only suicidal people can enlist?
Well, see, there's two types of people in the world: suicidal and homicidal. If you cut them up, and military guys tend to dance defense of both of those. But
They're like, I
one
want to
form or
die.
another, suicidal or homicidal.
Speaking of homicidal, I forgot where I was going with this. My barber's gonna kill me. Because you see this? This is pure uncombed garbage. You know
Yeah,
what?
this is what you have to look forward to,
No, I can't comb my hair. Because for
So-
some reason, I learned that from an old Rasta. And I just gotta do enough to keep it from turning into a into dreads. Because, well, how do I put this? Have you ever seen a white person with dreads? They
though.
look like idiots.
Dress?
Yeah.
Rastafari.
Like Rob Zombie.
Not to disappoint anybody, but that's been a wig for 2 decades. You wouldn't know Rob Zombie if you walked past you in public.
What's a Rob Zombie?
He's a rock star who apparently has dreads, but apparently it's a wig.
It's been a wig for decades.
He's a bitch.
He just wants to blend. People wouldn't even know him when he walked into a room where he's not gapped out and wigged up. He looks so unassuming. It's hysterical.
Is he balding, or does he just not want to look like Rob Zombie?
He just doesn't want to look like that.
Oh, okay.
I don't blame him.
It's a persona. It's an absolute persona.
It's like Undertaker. You wouldn't recognize the guy other than the fact that he's towering over you if you walked into a room, because he's a ginger man.
Undertaker, the wrestler?
Yeah, he's a ginger.
Mark Callow.
I'm just happy Undertaker's doing better than Kane. Because, yikes. Enough with the tweeting, dog. He doesn't have a soul. That's what I mean by a ginger man. So, like, it fits the Undertaker persona that he has red hair because he has no soul.
How do you draw a person young?
Less lines on their face.
Like a female?
Yeah, kind of. But you still gotta do.
It's very tricky because a lot of young people and a lot of females do have a lot of lines on their face, but it ends up coming out wrong when you do it.
Yeah, but then it looks like a 40-year-old, 12-year-old.
You just drawing with the ink pen.
Who,
Let's
me?
talk about be brave. Yeah.
This is how you
It's just
draw
all I
it.
could find when I saw you guys were drawing, and I thought I'd force myself to try to sketch.
Right there. That's how you draw a young person. Crap, I mean. Softer edges, but you still gotta give young males cheeks. But you can't give them, like, hard.
My good buddy John Stout is a ginger.
Yeah,
Does
he
that mean
doesn't
he's
have
evil?
soul.
Wait, how can you be evil if you're empty? I mean, you're soulless.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they don't
Soulless.
have
Sorry, not
souls.
evil. It's the
soulless
soul
evil?
that makes you evil, I suppose.
Oh, did I tell Naman, were you there when I was talking about those books I ordered off Kickstarter?
Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you started a Kickstarter book?
No, I ordered some stuff and I got a bunch of extra crap.
Oh, cool.
I didn't pay for any of this.
My second try is even worse, I think.
What?
I said my second try of you is even worse.
Well, the first one wasn't that bad. You just. Want to see where the whole idea for this entire thing came from? I was making a ripoff of another book. Young guy, old original Blue Beetle. This one's just a ghost and not related, you know?
Miss Sosa, I hope you keep up the art over the years.
Thanks.
Sorry, I just saw John Stout's comment. Earlier this evening, John and I were talking about the song Am I Evil by Diamond Head.
What?
Mm.
John lives here in Portland. We were talking about the heavy metal song Am I Evil? That
Imagine
Metallica.
living in Oregon. Yeah.
It's very easy for me to imagine.
Indiana. Wait, what? I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Indiana. Then you gotta get like a tattoo of a corn stalk on your middle finger to do it.
yeah. Vic and I share the same state.
So does Tricky. So everyone makes the 3 generations of assholes joke.
Naman, will you still be going back to New York and Oklahoma, or is that part of your travels over?
Oh, Oklahoma is over, but New York, I still have to go to New York.
Does one of your parents live there or both?
Yeah, both of my parents live in New York.
In Queens or Manhattan or
They live in Flushing, near Flushing.
Flushing? So Queens, that's Queens, right?
Queens, yeah, Queens. Nice. What's
Right.
that?
Draw me with this body type.
You want to draw you with that body type?
I want abs, man.
All right, I'll do no clothing. Give you a
No, the
greasy-
goal's just like Pittsburgh, man. Cheapest housing.
Let me see if I could draw the body type with just in my imagination. That's gonna be a tough call, bud.
Just draw some abs, man. Obviously super ripped. You guys gotta get like a nice drafting table. Like moi.
This is my drafting table, just a folded over cardboard box.
That works too. That works too. Oh, and Miss So, yes, I have many books that I'm having to work on. That was an old comment. I scrolled up. That looks like that. What is it? You ever seen that little Hercules kid where they had that kid taking steroids?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's
I think
what
I've
it
seen
looks like. I was making a joke. Maron. This is why I wear a flannel. If I need to draw myself, right? I don't have to do any detail other than a few wrinkles.
What superhero you like? Guy who's wearing spandex.
What?
What superhero you like?
What? Blue Beetle.
Oh, Blue Beetle. Jeez.
All you gotta do is like the little etching on the chest, man. Or do Captain Atom one.
I doodle a caddish woman.
Dang, that makes my stuff look good.
There you go. There's my infantile, twitchy catty woman drawing.
Who wants to see the most 90s comic to ever exist? They took every bad part out
Wow.
of the image founders, put it together, and boom.
So did they collage it, or did they just draw it as a spoof
They-
of that?
They cribbed it. They cribbed the entire thing, and it's not a spoof. It's meant to be taken seriously. And like they cribbed every head shape of it too. Every little detail was stolen. I'm pretty sure all of these are pose swipes.
Well, Norman, you got plenty of company now, buddy. I'm gonna tap out and slip inside.
Oh, come on, man. Show your comic books.
Yeah, no. I'm
Show
not
us the first baseball card to ever be invented.
running joke.
You making fun of Kyle?
But the running joke is find a basketball card
hard
that's
not
older
to.
than 1895, and I'll look at
Fuck
What
you,
is your
look at
fuck?
me. This is the first Danish cookie tin to ever exist.
There you go.
Okay, so
Oh man. Again, I have nothing funny to reach for here, so I'll tickle my 6-foot dragon.
the fuck? Wait, Norman, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Norman.
Behind me.
Hmm?
I got an animatronic dragon in my garage for Halloween.
Those are life goals, yeah.
Where did you get an animatronic? I can't even say it. Dragon.
At the at-home store. It's one of their display models, and it broke, and I told them I could fix it, so they sold it to me for 10% of cost.
Nice.
Had an engineer buddy of mine put a nice little high-grade working motor in it, and gets the big flaps on and stuff. Can't handle the wind for squat, but it's made to be an indoor thing, so yeah. Okay, I'm tapping out.
Good night, Kyle.
Good night, Kyle.
Please.
Rub and hang loose and
Sweet dreams.
Buonanotte.
Yeah.
You guys ever seen Gold Key Turoks?
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
They have fantastic covers.
And mediocre interiors.
Yes. I never end up reading a whole issue.
I think I got like 8 pages, and then they threw a story in the middle, so I thought it was over, so I stopped reading it.
But it wasn't over?
No. But there's just a 4-page segment in between. Motherfucker, you put that in the back.
They didn't care back then. It's not like they had fans of the that wrote in letters or anything.
They did though. Oh,
Did they? Did they have
sorry,
a letters
Cass.
page?
Did they? I know they had fans because I knew someone who was. That's all they got to read as a kid. But a bronchus, what is it? Brachiosaurus isn't a T-Rex with a long neck, kids. In case any of you are struggling with your dinosaurs, don't draw a T-Rex with a long neck.
Why?
Because his publisher messed up and hired a garbage artist because it was cheaper to keep the presses running.
They put all their money into covers, I guess, and I guess that
I don't
kept them
think
going.
they put any money into that either.
You don't think so?
This looks like someone painted a few toys.
Yeah, but that takes time to paint something like that. They couldn't. I was always surprised they used painted covers. Like, where'd they get the money for that?
But here's a company that actually put in effort.
Well, everything that Sergio Aragones does is maximum effort.
Sergio is an amazing cartoonist, yeah. Let's see. How can I prove that Malibu is the best indie comic company of the 90s? And that Image sucks ass in comparison.
In the 90s, you mean? I
Yeah,
assume
you
now.
gotta say in the 90s.
Not
There's
now.
been a lot better stuff since.
Well, Malibu actually got good writers, whereas Image in the 90s did not.
I actually know a few. And they also had really good artists. Despite what you may have heard from certain, I don't know. Because if you can disrespect a book that had George Perez as the art that is really cheap, you don't deserve to read any comic. Buy the ferret.
George Perez worked for them? I didn't even
Yeah.
know that.
This is a Perez comic. He did like a pretty extensive run, and I know the person who got him onto it, into Malibu, by doing a variant cover. Well, not a variant, just a cover to try and boost sales. Let's see.
Who was that person?
Roland Mann. He runs Silverline Comics.
Was he involved with Malibu or just sort of a friend
He
of
was an
everybody?
editor.
He was an editor there. Okay.
He's really cool. I'm trying to convince him to publish me. Oh, here's something you guys haven't seen in a while. Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane.
What year is that?
Let me check.
That looks later in the run.
1972. I own exactly 2 of those comics.
I think those are some of this. Well, I've got a lot of Lois Lane. I think they're amongst the funniest of the DC Silver.
I really love the covers.
Yeah, sadly, I don't have any of the ones where she just marries random ass people.
There's one where she turns into a centaur that I thought was hilarious. And I think she falls in love with it. She kind of randomly falls in love with this centaur, and then she turns into one.
You find it funny that it seems like most of her issues, like she's trying to figure out how to marry Superman.
Right.
Yeah,
But then
she-
accidentally marries. There's another one where she marries an alien who looks like the devil.
Oh,
Somehow
yeah.
they annul her marriage later. I can't remember how. But.
Well, they had to make it where it was an alien. Initially, it was meant to be the actual devil, but it
Right.
Fine.
Then at the end, it turned out to be the devil. You're right. You're right. My memory is vague on the.
I
actual
can't
story.
remember how they made. Was it? No, a different one was a hallucination marriage.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how they got her out of the marriage with the alien devil.
You guys own any of these?
I own a few, but when does that date to? What era is that?
That's 26, and I don't want to open it because there's a naked on the first cover.
So that might still be in the late 80s or something.
88.
Nice.
Wait, is this a first printing?
How's it progressing?
It's probably.
Vic?
Yeah. Oh, dang. I like it.
But where's the abs? I thought the whole point was lots.
Oh,
of
you want me to draw the abs?
Yeah. I'm just going to cover up his little surprise there.
Oh, there you go.
I mean this in the nicest way possible. This guy. Oh, it is a first printing. Take that, liberals. I don't know where I was going with that. I've been watching way too much crap making fun of conservatives. So, checkmate liberals have become part of my vocabulary now.
Your vocabulary is what?
What does that mean, checkmate liberals? I guess I'm not quite following.
I'm making fun of conservatives. They say that when they think they've won an argument.
When they won an argument. Oh, okay.
Won an argument. So you're admitting that you identify as a woman? Checkmate, liberal. Yeah, it's stupid.
I try to ignore the arguments either way.
I don't.
It's not. Isn't it? Whole point is to not win the argument, but make the word better.
Yeah, like
Not for those people arguing, though.
you see, it's actually about the argument. It's not about helping people. People don't matter. It's all about money, power, and control. Crap, I sound like a conspiratorial, you know?
I guess it's all a form of clickbait.
That's what I struggle with. Do I create content that I want, or do I create content that somebody else wants? Look, I create content I want. Oh no, only a few people
And
come
no
and
one
watch.
sees it.
Do you want to make money from YouTube?
No, so it doesn't matter, right?
Right. I always figure, if I have like 20 people listening to what I want to say, that's way more than I would have in real life.
Very good point.
No, man, you ever thought about trying to make your own book?
Yeah, I did. I don't have a. When I was a teenager, I used to try to make my own comic books.
Thanks, Miss So.
Did you have like 11 by 17, or were you copy papering it?
What's that?
Did you have like Bristol board, or were you doing it on copy paper and stuff?
I mean, I did it on whatever paper they had, I used to work when I was in high school. I used to be in a journalism class, so we had those
You ever thought about revisiting the ideal of making a comic?
Yeah.
Well, if you ever need an artist, they
Hmm?
could do I can't remember the rest of my email actually. 742@gmail.com. Hit me up now.
Hmm?
My page rates aren't that expensive per se.
So
What is the-
on Instagram now, all the time I get messages from artists who want me to hire them to do comic books or to, I don't know what else, other art things for me. I don't know why they think I want to hire an artist, but
Why would you go around
But it was good, Damien.
asking
Your style
people
kind of
to
reminds
be
me of some of
hired?
the political cartoon style from years ago.
and sometimes they argue with me. I'll say, "Well, I'm not making a comic book." And then they say, "Well, you might need X or you might need Y." Like, I don't
Why
Yeah.
are
know.
you going to random people who don't have submissions open?
I know. It's just I'm just a person on Instagram. They're just I don't know what it is. And sometimes I wonder if it's like the same person over again under different names because it seems very similar over and over again.
Because my whole thing is, yeah, I put my stuff up, and if you want to contact me, go ahead.
Well, I mean,
If you're
Well, that's the
talking
way to do it. Put your stuff out there. And if someone actually needs an artist, then they can contact you.
and go to places that are looking for submissions,
Right.
people. Caliber Comics is looking for submissions for black and white graphic novels. Do that.
Yeah. I
Stop
don't know
being
what
an
it is
annoying
about.
little prick to someone who isn't making comics.
It's weird.
And let me guess, these people are like 20 something.
Well, I mean, you have no idea on Instagram if anything is real.
Well,
well,
I'm
my
saying a 15-year-old has more of a sound mind than you, if so.
I was interviewing those artists. You know, the one of the artists I interview is a guy who does a podcast. He
Mm-hmm.
interviews other artists. And so he and I was talking, and I was asking him, what my son, he wants to become artist too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I asked my son, hey, why don't you just go out there, and just solicit, just put yourself out there, kind of,
I
So,
have a 3-inch neck.
but he doesn't want to, of course. And then he also was, I was talking to him about, hey, look, I got all these people that I talk to. You should, connect, network,
Right. Network with them. Yeah.
right?
How old is he?
He's 30 something now.
Oh, dang, I was going to say, hey, I could help the little guy, but
So I
Anyway,
assume he's doing something else to make a living, and his dream is to become an artist.
yeah, he's a, yeah. I mean, he took
he's a
art class,
lawyer. I mean, a professor.
but
So
one of the things that
Sorry, what do you
he
say about it,
realized,
Naman? I missed.
huh?
Did you say what he does or where?
He works at the he test. He's a software tester.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just stabbed myself by accident.
So, does he want to be like an illustrator or a fine artist or
You want to
some
be
other
animator kind of stuff.
animator? Okay.
Then
He wants to be a manga artist, you mean?
manga?
Is that? Oh, I thought you said like anime style.
No, animator.
So maybe has he made his own short animations that he puts out there on YouTube or
Yeah,
sends to people?
he does, and I encourage him to make some portfolios and stuff.
Right.
But he's not doing it, And one of the things that he's discouraged about is because people are hiring from overseas.
Yeah.
And I'll talk to one of the people that I one of my interviewers, and they say, yeah, it's really cheap to hire people from overseas. You pay less, they do it quicker, and They are just as talented as anybody else.
So
Right.
what you're saying is go overseas to be an animator.
No, what I'm saying is that when you become a artist, you are competing, especially nowadays, you are competing with everybody in the world.
Right.
It's not like your local job, like a plumbing job or gardening job or even your doctor job. It's not something local. You compete with everybody in the whole world.
That's scary, John. John's on a completely different subject, but wow.
Yeah, John said something about Proud Boys, right?
Right. So he's talking about a more rural part of Oregon where Travis's father has a lake house. Travis being Comics with Bueller.
Hey, Norman, I got a question.
Sure.
When I'm doing my Kickstarter, any chance you need an interview slot?
Interview slot? What do you mean interview slot?
Well,
I'll interview you if that's what you mean.
yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, sure.
Well, let's see. Kappa 1 and
You
2.
can ask him the tough questions like, why would anyone want to spend money on your comic?
Because it's better than a lot of the crappy indies on Kickstarter.
You're working on your own comic book.
What?
You're working on your own comic book.
I'm working on several.
So when are you thinking of starting a Kickstarter?
Well, the plan for Kappa is this summer. And then I'm printing Scarab Spectre on my own.
And what is Kappa?
The superhero title I came up with at the ripe age of 14 years old.
So it's a superhero comic book?
Yeah.
And are you marketing like a single issue or a graphic novel?
2 issues.
2 issues.
On the same Kickstarter.
And is it written and drawn by yourself?
Yep. No color, it has a screen toning. Because I gotta keep that black and white explosion energy alive, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's very cool. I admire you a lot for putting out your own comics, and that's what Kickstarter should be for, is people who are trying to get their start, as opposed to sometimes all these like there's some Dynamite comic that's being kickstarted right now. I forget which one, but
I don't have a problem with that, honestly.
Well, I'm a little tired of some of the people I backed on Kickstarter, who I think could have they didn't need Kickstarter. I realized afterwards.
I am extremely tired of how do I put this? Books not coming.
Yes, that happens a lot too.
Especially with a certain crowd that hates women and people of color.
Well, I don't keep track of their work, but
I do, to mock it mainly. Because you can see that it's a blatant ripoff of a 90s book.
Yeah. Well, and those people make a lot of money by promoting their anger, where other people are drawing on other people's
comics and have milkshakes.
Right.
The fact that that's where it started is funny to me. Well, thanks, miss. I've also just been blessed to know people, Just out of nowhere, I was looking up the writer to some of my first stuff. I found this small publisher. I've befriended a few of the people there. I've sent in 2 rounds of submissions, which were both rejected, which I understand they weren't the best. But I stay in contact with them, and it's nice. They make good books. They're old Malibu guys, which one of my favorite publishers, like I've said.
Are you willing to like what do you call it? Are you willing to like go promote your stuff, your book at like a Comic Con and stuff? Maybe even small cons and.
Well, I'm trying to get a Scarab Spectre out before a Free Comic Day at the shop I go to, where I can set up a table in the back, which they'll most likely let me do. You know why? Because I've been going there since I was 7, and I spend like $80 in there a month. So, which is, appreciated because I'm not a speculator and I'm not just buying 18 variant covers of yada yada yada.
Right.
Yeah, I think and Miss So mentions how great it is that that you're working on it and that you're completing work. I think that you just keep going and keep completing work, because I know when I fiddled around with comics and other projects, I tended not to complete things, and you're not going to get anywhere if you don't. Even if it doesn't seem like you're getting anywhere for a while, you got to keep completing work. I think
That's
the
very good
people who
advice.
make it just keep going, keep doing more.
Yeah. I have 2 anthologies that I'm doing. One let's see. I've got 2 acceptance letters and 4 rejections so far. John, I am 16 at a drawing table. A lot of people get cars for their 16th birthday. No, I don't want a car. I need a drafting table.
Are you thinking about going to art college or anything like that?
Hubert.
Hubert School?
Yep.
Cool.
Is that a pretty famous art school?
That's the most famous comic book art school.
Ah.
It started by Joe Kubert
of cartooning.
Are you familiar with Joe Kubert, Naman? From DC Comics?
Yeah, I heard of him. Yeah.
Tarzan.
He did a lot of Hawkman, Tarzan, a lot of Sergeant Rock.
Oh wow!
And a ton of covers. He was like the top cover artist in the Bronze Age, I'd say, for DC. He even did Commandy covers when Jack Kirby stopped doing Commandy covers.
Oh, I remember. Yeah. Okay, I remember his name.
So he started this school, and that's where a lot of famous comic book artists got their start over the years. Plus, including his 2 sons
and his granddaughter,
and now his granddaughter. Yes, she just started recently, and just all kinds of people. Every time,
Ed
Piskor. I was going to say, I was trying to think of something Naman would know. Do you know
I know Ed Piskor.
You know who Ed Piskor is?
Yeah, it's cartoonist K-Fit. Check this out.
I don't like his comic book Red Room.
I would puke if I read that comic book.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I always think of Stephen Bissett, who did the Swamp Thing with Alan Moore. He went there. But it seems like about half of the good professionals in comics went there.
Half of the good professional artists, no writer that I know of.
Half of them know a writer? Is that what you're saying?
No writers came. Check out that.
Well, right, they don't train writers there.
Yeah, I know. I was making a joke.
Oh, Burns is there. Cuba Family Loyalty. Sorry, I didn't pay attention to.
Yeah, in the Kubert Radiant Pink, I think, is what she's currently working on. I'm trade waiting for that. Would someone throw up that link I put in the private chat?
I don't have a wrench, I don't think, so I can't do that.
Oh, no. I'm meaning present it. Okay. Let me switch to, there, I'm on the site. If you would, Norman.
Hmm?
He wants to screen share something, I think.
Yeah. Oh,
Don't
you're
worry, it's not,
okay.
it's not anything like that. This is one of the publishers I'm trying to submit to. I'm trying to get into this title for some reason. Because I don't want to be one note and only do superheroes, I'm also going to try and do a workbook.
Oh yeah. So what happened here? Your genre? What is your genre going to be?
Romance.
Romance.
I'm trying not to have a genre. I'm not going to paint myself into a corner, you know? I'm not going to put myself in a box. Like, yes, I mainly do superheroes, but I also do weird horror. I'm planning on doing a, are you aware of, like, Sweeney Todd String of Pearls?
No.
Well, I'm planning on doing an adaptation of the old Penny Dreadfuls that I'm trying to pitch to Caliber Comics, which is still going but only publishes graphic novels.
I didn't know they were still out there. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, if you're while you're self-publishing, are you aware of Indie Planet?
Yeah. I actually know the person who co-founded it.
I mean, I don't know how many people go to Indie Planet to get comics, but it seems like there's a nice selection of a variety of genres there.
I'm pretty sure that company sells on Indie Planet mainly.
The Charlton one?
Charlton Neo, yeah. Yep, Indie Planet. Oh, and Kendall.
Right, John. Kubert's granddaughter is currently working with Frank Miller on that book, Pandora. I haven't tried reading it.
There's too much good stuff to read. Kind of overwhelming.
That is true.
Even though some people claim that everything that's coming out modern is trash. But how dare it not be blood-soaked crap like in the 90s?
Well, and a lot of people will just read, a few comics and then decide it's all trash without, there's so many comics out there to properly judge it. You'd have to try a lot. Although that can get expensive.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and even if you hate modern comics, you don't need to rag on them. Not every book is for everybody, man. If you're seeing something that you aren't having, that you need, you can make it. You might need to find a collaborator who's willing to go halvesies on a Kickstarter, but you don't need to be ragging on it and hating on people and using it to push an agenda. You can just I don't like what's getting put out. I'm going to make what I want to see.
Well, but what they want to do is push an agenda, right? That's the problem.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Their real reason is to push an agenda, not
because these libtards
honestly judge what they're doing. I think you need to tune those people out so that they don't get into your into your head while you're working on your own comics. They
The
can
only
be a
thing-
very loud voice, but you just need to, I don't know, don't view any of their videos. This is my opinion anyway. Don't view any of their videos. Don't read their
I've
comments.
actually been hung around them because I'm in a very neutral group. And I just hold my tongue to keep the peace. You know?
Yeah. Well, hopefully when you get to the Kubert school, there won't be people like that there. Or not too many.
As far as I know, they don't allow people in that because they reserve the right to refuse service.
Right. So anyway, in the meantime, the one thing that would worry me is if I had enough drive to try to do my own comics, is I wouldn't have time to read all the comics I want to read.
Oh, you don't. I just buy stuff and then it stays for a few. Let's see.
I have a friend who's a professional comic colorist, and it's kind of weird. I'm always telling him what's going on in comics because he doesn't know.
He knows his book and that's it, and that's how it's gotta be.
But
you
like
know?
at one point, I knew that an editor had been fired from Dark Horse, and he didn't know it. He was sending letters to this editor who wasn't at Dark Horse anymore.
I've watched like half of that Peach interview. I'll probably finish it tomorrow when I'm doing page 2.
I didn't know they interviewed her. I'll have to go look at that. Kayfabe puts out so much; it's hard to keep up with everything they do. In fact,
They
I've given
interviewed-
up trying.
I
That's
haven't
my
watched them in a
background.
long time. I used to watch them when I used to watch them when I wasn't collecting comic books.
Oh, that's interesting.
Now
You
that
were
I'm collecting
living
comic books,
vicariously through them.
Do I?
He asked if you were living vicariously through them when
I
you were
like the
watching without
microns,
collecting.
Norman. I like the microns. I respect it. Is that a micron?
Yeah, it's Micron.
I would like
think
to learn to draw with a brush the way the old inkers did.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, you want to try and learn how to scrape ink? In the words of Liefeld?
Is that what they call it? Scraping ink?
Scrapey inkers. That's where you use pen and brush.
Ah, okay.
I didn't bring the brush with me. They have a
I'm
Micron brush.
mad at my comic shop. I still haven't got my She-Hulk issue 10. That's my favorite series for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't bring my Micron brush. Now
So-
that you mentioned brush, I want to use brush.
What were you saying? Crap, I forgot his name. Shit, fuck. I'm not me.
Sleepy or Damien?
Damien? You can call me Damien or you can call me Sleepy.
Damien. Okay. What
Yeah,
were you
our
saying?
names aren't showing here for some reason.
It might be
That
something
is Namen.
Hmm?
I said that is Namen.
A comic book worm or Namen, and I'm Sleepy
Worm or
Reader
Namen.
66 or Damien.
Worm or not, man. Unless you mean to insult me, calling me worm.
Or I can call you Norman like the one guy.
Yeah, don't do that. I'd rather be called worm than Norman. I mean, I don't. I mean,
You kind of brought worm upon yourself.
Worm.
yeah.
I'm gonna call Namen a munch or something.
Lunch?
Munch.
What's
Ice
that?
Spice. I hate her music, but I think it's funny to make fun of.
Well, if you ever want to go crazy with scribble drawing, I had a drawing class recently, and she made us draw with 2 pens in our hand at the same time. So that's what I was doing here. Only I was using two brush pens, so it got super messy. But I had
That
fun doing
looks
it.
like the Crypt Keeper got his face stomped in.
I was looking at this picture when I did it. Oops.
Wait,
It's
I had a
Uncle
kid
Creepy or Uncle Eerie or someone.
because
It's
I'm
from-
traveling.
it's
This is
James
my
Bond.
traveling box.
for a second I thought that book was Seduction of the Innocent.
There is seduction in it, but it's not of the innocent, I guess.
I've
James
gotta read-
Warren, the publisher, wanted to have a life like Hugh Hefner.
Who, Hefner?
Hugh Hefner, the Playboy guy. So
Okay.
James Warren tried to publish a Playboy ripoff, and when that didn't work, he ended up.
What was it
publishing
called?
comics. I don't know. It only lasted
Funny
one issue.
Funnies or something?
I heard this a lot. I heard pitch is very hit or miss for me. This is a very common statement.
What's a common statement? What?
Pitch is a very hit or miss for me.
Oh, the artist.
They're
Yeah.
either gorgeous or they don't fit with the book and are still gorgeous. But
Yeah.
with them not fitting with the book, you don't really like it.
The thing about her art is that she uses a lot of watercolor, and watercolor is really hard to control. And the amount of control she has with watercolor is just amazing. I don't care which cover you're talking about. So
She is an amazing artist and has
Yeah.
that manga work ethic.
Hello, Bronze Age nerd. I actually am going to go to bed. So thanks for letting me pop by. Nice to meet you, Vic. And definitely, are you on Instagram?
I'm gonna go to bed too, sleepy. I'm sleepy.
I'll definitely try to support your Kickstarter when it comes out.
Yeah, and if it
nerd
comes up,
people
I'll
free,
interview you.
on Kickstarter, put Instagram, just put an underscore in between the words and you're fine.
Okay, I'll look for you on Instagram too, so maybe that'll help me know when your Kickstarter happens, or maybe I'll hear it. I'll see it on Naman's channel here.
Yeah.
Okay. Good night, guys.
Good night.
I'll
Yeah,
see you
Vic, I
again
want to go
soon.
too. Good night.
Buonanotte.
This is where I left so far, Vic. I'll finish it up later. Good night, chat room. Thanks for showing up. All right, in this.